Hello, welcome. Tonight on the Hideout, we have co-contributor Commander Cody Murray on tonight, and we are going to be talking about the Star Wars takeover of Disney. Disney making sure that it gets it right this time, thank God, and our entire situation is going to improve greatly with Disney being in charge of Star Wars. I am not biased at all. Hello, welcome to the Hideout. My name is Jason Bailey, and this is
Cody Murray.
Commander Cody. How you doing?
Doing good.
Welcome back to the show.
It's been a long time.
You know, it's been so long. At any rate, I would like to talk to you and everybody else out there, all of our two fans who are sitting at this table, would like to know about the new Star Wars film that Disney is going to be coming out with very shortly. I remember getting the news. I woke up one morning and it was all over my cell phone that Disney had purchased the Lucasfilm empire, the Star Wars brand, all of it.
For piddling, what, $4 billion?
Yeah. Pocket change. Makes you wonder what they bought Jim Henson's whole franchise for.
Yeah.
$5.
Ham sandwich?
Okay, so anyway, Abrams versus Lucas in this whole thing. JJ is going to be taking the helm. Now, how do you feel about that, Cody?
Well, I think...
Are you conflicted?
Conflicted in so many ways. It'll be nice to get it the fuck out of Lucas's hands. It will be. I
truly believe when this happened, and everyone's like, oh, but the master and the creator, and he made fucking blah, blah, blah,
right.
And all these idiot fanboys who hated Lucas for so long because of what he did. It's like this happened, and everyone's like, oh
no.
Well, bitches, anybody who's in control of this franchise from this point forward is better. Mickey Mouse is better in charge of this than Jar Jar Binks up there. I can tell you that much right now. So I'm not conflicted. What he said, I'm not conflicted at all.
Yeah, panties plus bunch equals true equals false. Thank you. That's my nerd math for the day. I'm just saying, when everybody got their panties in a bunch over Lucas getting rid of it, they must have forgotten the prequel Star Wars flicks.
They must have forgotten half the shit in the special edition Star Wars.
You go back and you watch the way he
Who shot first?
Han.
Fucking Han shot first every time, period.
I don't know, whatever.
Jedi Rock's fucking sequence.
Anybody says
fuck you, George.
That anybody other than Han shot first,
shoot them.
You get to punch them in the face.
You get to kick them in the ass.
Right in the face. Okay?
In a Greedo costume.
And you tell them that we said so. Okay?
Yeah.
Look, with JJ taking over, again, I think you're right. It's absolutely better for the franchise, for the fans, for everything, that someone else take over. Now, which JJ Abrams we get, that's going to be the real trick.
Well, but it's JJ's whole team.
But even that is, I don't want to say 50-50 because that's not fair. It's more like 70-30. Because I think most of the stuff JJ has done, JJ and company, has been above average, at the very least. Okay, from Alias to Fringe to being a name on Lost, and a couple of his boys were writers on Lost and producers and such. To New Trek, to Cloverfield, Super 8. I don't know what he's got on TV right now, but
it doesn't matter.
Star Trek 2 Into Darkness. I mean,
okay, well, here's the deal. You and me talked about this, sometimes sober and sometimes drunk, and you have actually debated me a little bit about how maybe it's not a great idea or whatever, and I posed the question to you one time, if not Disney, then who? If not Abrams, then who?
Sure.
Honestly, for me, I can't think of a better company to own that brand. And at least right now, currently, the best choice to be made at this given time would be Abrams, in my opinion.
I think Disney is absolutely right on. They found a formula. They find a way to make their properties work, both financially and entertainment-wise. They know their audience. They're really good at that because they have 8 million people working.
They're very good at it.
So I think what I'd kind of like to see. I want to see where JJ takes it. And I don't necessarily need him to direct like the next trilogy. If JJ sets the bar,
he can walk away, and then we can have someone else come in, and someone else come in.
Yeah, and it's unlikely. It's a kind of a fanboy's wet dream for like someone like Joss Whedon to jump in there for a movie. Now, he's already working on Avengers.
Yeah.
He's in Disney's pocket. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but, it's more likely to happen.
Sure.
Than not, because he's already established a relationship and made the third highest grossing movie of all time in Avengers.
Certainly.
Not bad.
You're an Avengers mark. How many times can you say Avengers in these shows?
Many more.
Avengers. Go watch Avengers. I love Avengers. You love Avengers.
Calm down.
Good for the goose, good for the gander.
Jesus. Okay, just calm down.
I'm really looking forward to Disney's big machine, big industrial complex of entertainment getting a hold of this brand. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I mean, it's one of the most popular franchises ever. Right? And
in storytelling history.
Exactly. And
this goes back to campfires and whatnot.
While the differences between the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy were far and wide, midichlorians, it will be very interesting to see what Mega Disney can do with it. Because, again, like we said, they can take a product like Avengers, because they own it, right? And make it... Shut up. Let me finish my thought, goddammit. And make it fucking popular. Who cared about Avengers before this fucking movie came out?
I think everyone cared about it because of the build-up.
You're a liar.
No, people were waiting.
No, because there wasn't a certifiable team at that point. There had been Iron Man. People suddenly fucking love Iron Man after the first movie.
Iron Man took control.
People really didn't care about the Hulk because the two movies were okay.
First one was terrible. Second one was lackluster.
There you go. Captain America, I thought was a fair movie, but
could have been better.
It was not great.
Could have been better.
Thor, same thing. Like
Thor's gotten better. Thor got better when we saw Thor 2.
You're just saying that because Natalie Portman was in it. I know my audience. Okay, but no, there was no Avengers at that point. You have all these separate movies, but there was no team, right? So when you actually made the movie with Joss Whedon, awesome.
Does this have anything to do with Star Wars?
It has the fact that was Disney's production,
right?
And they dumped money into it. They got a fan favorite and a talented director and writer to make the movie. Somebody who had experience dealing with a ensemble cast, and now you've got this fucking mega cast doing this. So to see them put money into Star Wars, to give it to JJ, it'll be really fascinating. And I just hope it doesn't suck. If they mention midichlorians goddamn once in these new movies, I'm walking out.
The thing is that it can't. I truly believe it can't suck worse than it's already sucked. Like it can't. You had midichlorians and Jar Jar and whiny ass Anakin, and you just can't. It cannot suck any worse than it has sucked in these last sucking movies.
Don't tempt fate, man.
Who cares? Let it get worse. It is what it is. Disney has only one place to go, up. Even if they made a mediocre film, it's up. Contract rumors. When it was sold off, all the fanboys out there were talking about, hey, Lucas made a deal with Disney that they get the Star Wars franchise, but they're not able to do anything with characters that were already in previous Star Wars films. Which to me, when I read that, I was like, then why make a Star Wars? Why buy it? It's not worth anything without the character content. Now we know this must not be true, because we know a few things about the films. We know where they're going. We know that they're casting the original big three heavyweights of the Star Wars universe. That's Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill. We know that they're already in the bag. And so we know that's not true. So what do you think the deal is? What do you think Lucas signed over for? Is it that they can't touch his canon material? Like they can't...
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's my guess. Like you can't... I think you can take Han and Leia and Chewie and Luke and Lando and whoever else, R2-3PO, and do new things with them. But you cannot alter what has happened to them. You cannot alter what has happened to the universe.
Like, Qui-Gon must actually be, back in the day, Qui-Gon was there.
Right.
We can't write Qui-Gon out of it.
Jar Jar was there. Ooh.
But we don't have to reference Jar Jar ever again.
Correct. We just can't do
ever again.
We probably can't have an episode, no matter how many fanboys and fangirls would want it, where somebody goes time traveling back to episode 2 and shoots Jar Jar in the face. which for me would be an awesome, awesome movie, and I think a lot of people would fucking support it. Okay?
I want you to write that screenplay.
Thank you. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think you, again, can take your big 3, 5, whatever, however you're going to use them in episodes 7, 8, and 9, and do new shit with them. They can just be in the first one, cameos maybe just small supporting roles to set the stage for the new characters that we're inevitably going to introduce. If it's Han and Leia's kids, if it's Luke's trainees at a new Jedi Academy, depending on what the actual story is, what the plot is. If they pull from post-Jedi lore, like
Timothy Zahn novels, which were fantastic.
Sure, yeah, great stuff.
Better than that Shadows of the Empire shit.
Yeah,
way better.
Shadows was, I don't know, what's the best word? A hype act. It was to
sell like video games, and toys. It was a gimmick. The Timothy Zahn novels. Go revisit those, kids.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff. So the original cast. Let's get into it. Happy about it? Not happy about it? Looking forward to it? How old is Princess Leia going to be? And can we still get her in the iron bikini?
No, let's not. I'm thinking.
What about Natalie Portman in the iron bikini?
Sold.
A flashback scene.
Do that. Let's have many flashbacks to Natalie as Slave Natalie. Because, hell, let's make an action figure of Slave Natalie. Let's make an inflatable doll of... Never mind.
We're getting out of control now.
Too much. God, this coffee is...
I'm married.
This coffee is really strong.
That's beer.
I am more open to seeing Harrison Ford be Han Solo, but I don't want it to be sad. I don't want to see fucking crippled Harrison Ford running around.
It's because of the indie thing. That Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. That
bullshit of the skulls.
That broke my heart.
Everyone's
heart. You broke my heart, Fredo.
Jesus.
You did. That never should have been made. That whole thing is terrible. Anyway, fuck it.
Continue.
So the thing is that you're looking forward to it, but you're not looking forward to it if it's sad because it's destroying the image of our Han Solo.
Kind of, sort of.
Sort of like Crystal Skulls with
But at the same time...
And what is Mark Hamill going to look like?
Oh my God.
The Joker? That is his finest performance.
I figure he's going to look like the Wampa. That's what I'm looking like. So,
he's going to look like Rutger Hauer's stand-in.
I think if all three of them, exercise and diet and slim down from whatever they're weighing to something less, and they do a lot of makeup,
they'll fix it in post.
They'll fix it in post also. It'll just be interesting to see how they use them. Is Han? I mean, when we left in Jedi, he was a general, right?
Yeah, he was.
General Solo, right? And Leia was like basically the leader of the Rebel Alliance.
And in the books, Leia and Han have kids.
And they have kids. Well, Mon Mothma was still alive in Jedi, I should say. She was still alive in Jedi. And Luke is now, killed everybody. So what happens with Luke? Is he going to start the Jedi Training Academy like some of the books have said? Yeah. Or is he going to go be a loner? Or is he...
the dark side?
Who knows? So how they use them with, again, the new people they're going to introduce, the new characters, that'll be interesting.
Okay, so excited but wary. This is good in Disney's hands. Yes?
I think so. For a lot of the reasons we've already talked about. They're good at branding. They really fucking are. I mean, love them, hate them, fear them, whatever.
Despise them. Worship them.
They're good at what they do. And guess what? They have all the money.
All of it.
I'm sorry, what did they pay for Lucasfilm? $4 billion, right?
$4 billion.
And you know what happened?
More than most countries make.
How did that affect their business? Nothing? They didn't have to lay off anybody?
Soon they'll own everything.
That's the idea.
Disney will own every form of entertainment we have.
Disney's G.I. Joe. Disney's Transformers. It's going to happen. Disney's Jurassic Park.
Disney's My Little Ponies.
Sure.
Can't wait.
Because they want to distribute their brand. And so Disney's Star Wars, for better or worse, is going to be a hit. It's going to be big.
Yeah.
And who knows? It could be really good. Here we go.
This is our book review.
There we go. In frame. Anybody see that? That is William Shakespeare's Star Wars. This thing is fucking fantastic. Find it on Amazon.
You haven't experienced until you've read it in the original Klingon.
Should I read? Should I read?
Yes, read a passage, Commander Cody.
Okay. Do you want to go from the beginning, or
why don't you just dive in?
Here we go.
To tell me the character, and then just go.
Here we go. Scene 3, aboard the rebel ship. So this is just after the stormtroopers and Vader have jumped on the Corellian Corvette in Episode 4. Enter Darth Vader and stormtroopers with Princess Leia. Darth Vader, only thou couldst be so bold. When first my ship was under siege, I knew 'twas thee who had this peaceful vessel sacked. The Imperial Senate shall not stand for this, for when they hear thou hast attacked a ship on diplomatic mission, Vader, Highness, peace. Be thou not so surprised.
Highness, peace.
For well thou knowest a mercy mission this was not this time. Thine innocent appearance doth disguise a heart with revolution at its core. Aye, several transmissions were there beamed unto the ship by rebel spies. I want to know what happened to the plans they sent, and prithee, speak thou well, or speak thy last, for fairer next than mine. Thine my hand hath crushed.
Thank you. And I am currently reading the Book of Sith. This is what I'm going to swear in on when I become the President of the United States.
Or a judge or
my
something.
Bible. So just to let you guys know, we are Star Wars fans, just like you.
Legit.
Yeah, we're too legit to quit, but also we're very scared about the future of the brand. But of course, anything is better than where it has been.
That is true.
Thank you. Take care.
Live long and prosper. Wait,
that's the wrong show. Wrong fucking show. And don't bring up Avengers again. And don't talk about Harrison Ford until the Harrison Ford show.
Promise nothing.
Till next time.
We need to figure out some other shirt, because if we're both wearing solid colors, it might be boring as hell.
I like it.
You like
solids? It's very, yeah, I like solids, but we can wear whatever. I can get a striped shirt next or something, or a cowboy look, if you like.
Like that.
I'll do a cowboy, you do an Indian look.
Wait, they're an Indian? Oh my gosh.
Oh no, like
long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Oh, my very good friend.
Thank you, come again.